The South African Weather Service yesterday warned of storms over large parts of South Africa going into the weekend, with warnings in several areas of severe thunderstorms. The Northwest, Gauteng and parts of the Free State, as well as the Eastern Cape, parts of KZN and southwestern Limpopo experienced thunderstorms and scattered rain overnight, while the south coast of the Western Cape experienced light rainfall. We're now joined by senior forecaster at the South African Weather Services, Puseletso Mofokeng, who will give us an update of what we can expect for the rest of the weekend. Puseletso, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us on this wet morning across large parts of the country. Just talk to us about some of the warnings that have been essentially put out for the weekend.
Good morning, Buse, and good morning to the viewers as well. Yes, indeed, we had warnings, but they were for the past 2 days. I think yesterday on Friday we had some possible severe thunderstorms over the western areas of the Free State, the western areas of the Northwest, including the northern parts of the Eastern Cape. However, as of today, on Saturday, we are expecting that some isolated thunderstorms will be remaining on the eastern areas of the Northwest, including here in Gauteng, and the eastern areas of the Free State. Otherwise, much of the rainfall, 60% chance of showers and thunder showers, is still expected over Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and parts of KwaZulu-Natal. We do also still expect some good chance of showers along the south coast of the Eastern Cape. So basically, there isn't any warning as of today because the system is starting to weaken. And in fact, even as we move to tomorrow, we are going to still have some remnant showers, although they are expected to remain fairly without problems, basically.
And what do we expect then once the system has moved over and the rain dissipates and the sun comes out?
It will be partly cloudy. The temperatures are going to be slightly warm as compared to what we had experienced yesterday and obviously on Thursday. But we still expect some isolated thunderstorms for much of the week. We are having newer systems coming through for most of the week. So we're going to have the upper trough coming again. Obviously, it will be weaker types of upper troughs. So some isolated thunderstorms are still expected over Gauteng, over the Northwest, the Free State, as well as the eastern areas of Eastern Cape, including KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, as well as Limpopo. So basically, there are still some thunderstorms, although they're not expected to be severe. However, I do think that on Thursday, it is quite important that we actually look for very strong winds that would be occurring along the western areas of the Northern Cape. This is because of the cut-off flow that will be moving through there. So basically, there may be the strong winds itself may be damaging to the communities, maybe damaging to the properties of communities living on the western areas of the Northern Cape on Thursday. However, I have to point out that strong winds are also expected on Friday, but there will be more on the Eastern Cape and the Western Cape, including the southern areas of the Northern Cape on Friday.
Now, how can people protect themselves from all of this, the natural forces?
Well, it is important, especially for the next Thursday, to necessarily identify the well-anchored places. For example, if you are staying, for example, in the shack, it may not be quite safe to stay in the shack at that particular time, because basically the damage may be actually affecting your very house. So it is important to identify safe places like churches, like community halls. That is where perhaps people can be actually taking precaution. But as the South African Weather Service will be communicating with the disaster management as the time get close by, and they are therefore going to take the responsibility of directing the public as to what they should do on this.
So let's look into the crystal ball now. We're expecting, well, it's been extreme winter that we've seen this year, with at least 19 new low temperature records set. That's in July alone. We're expecting another extreme summer, I'm assuming, as the summer months head in. I know that South Africa expecting a heavier than usual rainfall. Just talk to us about some of that and what that could mean, especially for our agricultural sector.
Well, I think one thing that I've picked up, which is quite correct, is that there are a lot of stories that actually indicate the successes in the agricultural sector. So yes, we are expecting good chance of rainfall, and in fact, this is the time when we are going to have a good yield. However, I think that I can exclude on occasions when the thunderstorms would come and just damage the fields. So I wouldn't know which ones at this particular point, but generally there's just going to be a good yield this year.
I mean, we've seen record lows. Will we see record highs this year as well throughout the summer months?
These coming months, as the seasonal forecast is pointing out, we are expecting temperatures to be warmer than normal. Also, the rainfall to be a bit higher than normal, not necessarily extreme. There will be those occasions where there will be extreme conditions, but in general, that's what we can expect. Secondly, I'm not seeing too many of heat waves, simply because we are going to have rainfall from time to time. So the chance of the temperatures breaking new records, I don't think that will be the case, although the temperatures generally will be slightly above normal. But we'll be looking at each case as it comes. But generally speaking, I don't see any much of extreme heat waves.
Thank you so much for your time. That's the senior forecaster at the South African Weather Services.